Listening from Fintas, Kuwait. This is the Me and Larry reality video show, LTL, Editorial News Weekend Review for January 10th, 2010. Yes, it was a beginning of the New Year's, and woo, all the exciting headlines. And it's all about in the name of terrorism. Now let's start off with the one who really started it off. The young man, the 23-year-old Nigerian young man, talking about Umar Farouk Abdul Mutallab. And he was in court Saturday, and he was saying, "I'm not guilty." I wonder who was his attorney. I think the attorney said, well, he wasn't trying to blow up anything or anybody. The 289 people on board the plane of the Northwest coming from Amsterdam to Detroit, he wasn't doing that. No, it was just accidental. I think it was, he went to the bathroom, and you know how the chemical reactions it is coming from another country, and the chemicals, you know, that blue liquid, as he went to take a dump, and it kind of reacted to him, and it caught on fire. He had sensitive skin. That was the base of the evidence why something was on fire. And then he used that special type of powder and liquid to try to cool down the sensitivity, the chemical, so he won't have chemical burns. But it started reacting to his skin, and he started having fire. His nuts and his scrotum was on fire, and people was trying to cool down the blaze by using the fire extinguisher. They did it prematurely, so I want to have a countersuit. So all that. You think you could get away with trying to kill, murder 289 people on board plane, and they show what 80 grams, well really 50 grams of that type of explosive, what you try to use as your diaper. What, you had a bladder control problem? You had to use the pen at a young age? What, you a bedwetter? That you might wet the seats on the plane? Come on, man. I know you're intelligent in that. I know you was trying to defend your Muslim friends, and this is for your Muslim people. Don't get overboard to where you want to listen to some radical activists. See, these radical activists are nothing but users. Like Heath Ledger said as a joker, they are schemers, and they like to turn things around, and they like to use it against the Western influence. And that's what they was trying to do. They wasn't going to try to do that. They trying to influence others, like Major Hassan, like that young man, and others, to do their dirty work. You know, subliminal messages that it be on your on the internet, and they learn how to be holy in a Muslim way, and then they use you could use something out of the scripture, like in the Christian books or any type of religion book, even in the Quran. They could use that and then twist it around and throw something of a radical saying to use against others for their own victory. So they use that type of strategy and fear. And so they used the young man. Well, of course they had to use that young man because he was disillusioned. And then when you're detached from your family and then you're trying to look for a family, you can open your mouth and say, hey, I'm looking for a family, and really I'm trying to do Arabic language. That's right, I came down to Dubai. And you know, he made us speak it in an Arabic way. Of course, somebody going to take advantage. And guess what? They took advantage. And Yemen may be saying UK was at fault because they got an Al-Qaeda unit. Well, maybe so. Maybe if people didn't watch the movie Traitor and how they do strategy up in London, they had to be freed from Yemen and then go up to London. This is Don Cheadle and his friend freed him from the prison in Yemen to know the plans up in London to how to blow up something. You see? So the key thing is, yes, London could be an in-between, or, you know, the United Kingdom, that is, the in-between to plan your strategy. They could use something like that, and then to talk to that young man. But Yemen, that's an earmark for the Al-Qaeda unit. That's why Obama needed to get on them. And don't think it's just Shiites. You know, there's 70% of Sunnis and a percentage of Shiites. That's why your Saudi and Yemen Sunnis maybe joining together to try to get rid of them or send them on their way or put them in protection so they won't be acting up. But going back to that young man, of course, they used him and to use against the Western strategy. They used others, Major Hassan, in order to kill veterans in Fort Hood. So there's always influence that happen in the name of terrorism. You don't have to connect the dots on that, Barack Obama, President of the United States. I'll be back with more LTL Editorial News Weekend Review.